Your 4th gen Toyota 4Runner might have a few hidden features that you didn't know about. So to save you the embarrassment of your buddy pointing out a few things in a rig that you didn't even know about despite owning it for a few years, I'm going to share with you a few interesting features and even a few downright weird ones. Now keep in mind, these are all on my limited model here and they might not be found on some of the lower level models like the SR5 or the Sport Edition. Fun fact, most people think that the Toyota 4Runner was intended to be an off-road vehicle, but it's actually meant for snacking. Let me show you what I mean. The front of the center console here actually flips out to reveal a tray. This is for your chicken nuggies, or for my fellow Canadian viewers, it's a perfect size for a 20-pack box of Timbits. Inside the console here, you actually have a place to put a box of tissues to clean up your nasty little fingers. These front cup holders here are also adjustable. You can move these tabs out wherever you want them. So you have the Canadian setting for your double coffee, or you can actually move this over to the American setting for your big gulp diabetes delight. There's also a taco holder up here, although legend has it, it's actually meant for sunglasses. A medium-sized pizza box fits perfectly here underneath the front passenger seat. Moving right along into the back seat here. This looks like it's just a regular armrest that folds down, right? No big deal. But if you push on this little part, look what pops out. We have a set of cup holders, but there's more. There's your burger tray. Now you can eat any kind of foods back here that you want as long as it's burgers. Burgers only. Now you might be wondering what this thing is here and why it pops out. Why does it flip out and why does it sit like that? Well, this is actually a trash bag holder for as soon as you're done your snack, you toss all your garbage in there. Now, this is intended to be used with like a plastic shopping bag, but unfortunately our local grocery stores don't just give those bags away anymore, so I don't have one here to show you, and I guess that means that my little guy is just gonna have to continue to send his snot rockets out the window. Oh well. So once you're done eating, you're probably getting a little bit sleepy. Well, if you want to take a nap, pop your headrest out. If you fold the back of this seat down, you have to move it all the way forward. If you fold this back all the way flat, this actually turns into a bed that lines up with the back seat back there. Now obviously I've got the car seat kind of in the way, but you should be able to at least see what I'm talking about, the way it lines up. There you go, it folds flat. So all the way up to the back of the back seat, and then all the way down here, turns into a bed. Now it works on the other driver's side as well, but obviously you got the steering wheel in the way, so it's not exactly comfortable. But this technically does recline into a bed. How usable it is for an average-sized grown-up, I'm not so sure, but kind of a fun party trick, I guess. Now, in the event that you don't want to share your snacks with your partner or your significant other or your spouse, I've got a secret compartment for you. So this looks like a normal glove box, right? You got like your owner's manual, all that kind of crap in there. But if you look up inside, there's this tab right here, and if you pop this down, there's a secret compartment inside. What is that? That's weird. Looks like your boss left a little message here. Did you know that a lot of these modern Toyotas don't actually have to hold the key in the position while it starts? You just tap it. This wind deflector for the sunroof here, this thing actually is motorized and it'll pop down when you get to highway speeds to lessen the wind noise when you have the sunroof open. And then as soon as you slow back down to city speeds, it pops right back up. And that can sometimes kind of surprise you. The first time you drive one of these things with the sunroof open, once you get up to highway speed, you hear this noise and something changes right above your eye level. That's all it is. It's just this thing adjusting sort of for aerodynamics and wind noise. Also, let's go back to the no hold start here again to show you one more thing. So these power door locks here, you can actually program these with two different settings. You can either have them so that they automatically lock when you drive at a certain speed, or you can have how I have mine set up where as soon as you shift it into drive, they lock automatically. So let me see if I can get this all on camera at the same time. See that? And then when you put it into park, they unlock for you automatically. Now, I actually have a video showing you how to program this function on this channel. It's an old one, but it's still obviously on point. So go ahead and check that one out if you want to see how to do that. Okay, back to the center console, and inside we actually have a couple of things hiding. First of all, we have a little auxiliary port for the factory head unit, and then we also have a AC power plug in there. You see the holes? And in order to use that, there's actually this button right here, which turns that power plug on. it's not on automatically. You have to hit the button if you want to be able to plug anything in there. Just a couple more things to round out the interior here, and if you're not familiar, these are called home link buttons, and you can program these to control your garage door opener, so you don't have to have a big thing on your sun visor. You can also use it to program, like if you have a motorized gate or something, if you live in a complex. There's a few different uses for that. Also, while we're up here, these sun visors. Now, this might look just like a normal sun visor, and you got your mirror here. Hello, beautiful. But did you know that there's actually 2 sun visors on each side here? So this one, as you can see, you can pop it loose and move it over to the side for you, right? If the sun's coming in here. There's another one that pops down right here. So now we've got full sun coverage. Hopefully you can still see to drive. Now, it may not be super noticeable, but these side view mirrors are actually different shapes on each side of the truck. So I think this is just so that you can see from the perspective of the driver, you can see the blind spots and stuff better. But yeah, these are not like direct mirror copies of each other. And sometimes it's noticeable when you look at the truck from head on. They're not quite the same shape. The passenger side one actually looks a little bit smaller than the driver's side one. Okay, moving into the hatch here. A couple things to talk about. So on models like this one with the factory JBL sound system, we have speakers back here in this spot. But the other models that didn't have it actually have mirrors back here, one on each side. And this is to help with blind spots when you're backing up, if you want to see cars are coming this way or the other way. Also, if you look at it through the rear view mirror, I think it lines up in a certain way that shows kind of like your rear bumper and how far away from an object you are. So you can kind of think of it as like a prehistoric backup camera. That this was Toyota's idea before actual backup cameras became so commonplace. Also, while we're back here, I have a mat on mine, and also I've mounted my fridge slider onto the floor here, so I can't really show you exactly, but you can see this handle here. This is actually a false floor. This is a second shelf. Essentially, it kind of doubles your floor space in your trunk, as long as the items that you're putting underneath are able to clear if they're small enough. So it'll create sort of a 2-tier storage system back here. Again, wish I could show you, but mine has been kind of modified and bolted down in order to have my fridge in here. Also, there's no need to slam your hatch shut because these actually have a soft close on them. You can see it actually sucks itself in. You just have to get it to touch the latch, and then the final, I don't know, 1/4 inch or something, it's motorized, it'll suck it in on its own. Everybody knows that the rear window on these 4Runners folds down. It's been a staple with every generation of 4Runner, but there's actually 3 ways to control this, and I can't really show you 2 of them because it doesn't work on mine. But there's a button in the dash, obviously, that we all are familiar with. Also, if you have a factory key fob, there's a button right on the key fob to lower the rear window. The other option is with the key in this lock right here. If you hold it to the left, and if you hold it long enough, the rear window will actually slide down, and if you hold it to the right, it'll roll back up. My lock cylinder here is seized up, so take my word for it, I guess. I actually intended on making a similar video to this about the 2nd gen Tacoma, but no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't really find any hidden features. Don't get me wrong, they're great trucks, they're super reliable and everything, but Toyota just didn't put the time and effort into adding a bunch of interesting little features on the Tacoma like they did on the 4Runner, despite them being from the same era. So I guess that kind of goes to show how special these 4th gen 4Runners are. So if you want to know more about the details on my 4Runner specifically, go ahead and check out my other videos on this channel. I got a whole bunch of info on there, and also on my website. It's all there. So go ahead and check that stuff out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.